Welcome back, everyone. We're pretty much done with this character. We're just pretty much looking at the. We're staring at the end, basically. We're I think we're at 4 runes. Yeah, so we've got 4 runes, um, and we just have Zot left to do, really. Let me just check to see. I guess we can pick up Shroud. Why not? It's cheap. So we got some pretty basic charms. We got some pretty basic, a little bit of necromancy, and some yeah, pretty much that's it. And so, like, we picked up some spellcasting on the ogre, which is pretty good. We got mortal dragon armor, which is alright. Let's cure out of this stuff. It's alright. 2 full health, I guess. Let's turn spellcasting down. Oh no. Let's turn armor down and focus fighting. I want to get to 27 fighting, just to show you how much health we have. So if you guys didn't know, this at plus 10% health, so on races with Minotaur, like Minotaur and Hillock, that have plus 10% health to their health pool, you can get, let's see, you get 273 health, right? So this character has more than that already, and he hasn't maxed out his health yet. So yeah, we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. I'm keeping the protection ring not cursed, even though it might cost me some levels from Ashanzari because I want a hotspot and to fire. So in terms of resistances, we don't have a lot. We really don't have a lot. This is going to be a pretty bare bones run. All we got is RF pretty much. No R mute, I don't believe. Yeah, no R mute. No resist electricity, and only a bit, and no resist cold. So might be tough, but it might not be tough. We don't really know right now. We have to kind of test the waters a little bit. Just be a bit scared. I'm not going to clear the whole. I think clearing the whole floor might be a reasonable choice. I'm not really sure though. It could be good. It could be bad. Really, it's hard to tell. This is kind of scary of a position for me. I'm not comfortable being hit by so many guys. Ow. Okay, this is like the worst nightmare again. Just almost die in like 2 seconds. Ah, why? Why is this so scary? Need to make sure to keep up all my buffs and stuff. That's a Berserk Gold Dragon. I don't want to be anywhere near that. So I'm gonna blink away and like hope that I don't die. Yeah, Gold Dragons I can still flatten, but they can also flatten me. They're a lot stronger than I am naturally. Maybe I should just dive this. I don't know though. My conventional wisdom tells me to clear. But recently I've been trying to practice diving to save time and turns. I guess I'll just pick up these surrounding items and then I'll go. Having said that, that might not be the best idea now. Let's dig and dig. I dig twice to avoid the double zapping. If you just disintegrate, so this is a wall, then if they shoot their lightning bolt, it bounces twice on you. Not a good time. And also, there's nowhere to run away from. Run away to, so it's kind of bad. Even fighting in a corridor is fine as well, I guess. Technically, no, I don't. I think having 2 is good. Having 2 zaps of the dig is good because you can. Okay, this is not a good staircase at all. I could be killed. Okay, that's a tentacled monstrosity. Let's just clear this floor. I need to kill that death card before it kills me. I shouldn't be fighting with this many enemies around me, but I have undead now, so that's kind of like those are kind of like walls that can actually hit enemies, which is good. Come on. Okay, good. Let me regen a little. Alright, cool. So, Daniel showed me a couple of things with the game, the new trunk. And that's pretty cool, actually. So one of the things that's new in 0.18 is if you've explored all 3. Whoa, what the heck? Oh man, this is not a cool place for me to be. Let's double dig again, I guess. This is a really scary place. Let's okay, I don't really have a choice now. I'm gonna use Shroud again. No, Shroud doesn't work. Shroud, repel missiles. Oop. Alright, as long as I'm in here, I don't think they can kill me in one turn. I just need to be very careful about how I go about this. Make sure that I'm regenerating my health constantly. Let me raise some undead to buy me some more turns while I regenerate. Alright, so this is a really great way of just like basically removing the threat of being swamped. Nothing in here is really killing me. I killed the death cob so fast that it actually can't make me starve, which is quite good. Alright, that was actually a lot of threats just taken out one by one. It's pretty good. Alright, let's go back here. Wait for these guys to come in one by one and just kill them all. Things should be seeing me now. Let's toss some rocks at the berserk stuff. This is kind of scary, having a berserk dragon next to me, but what can you do really? Not a lot. Alright, excellent. We're killing everything. Everything gets in the corner, gets clubbed in the head as they turn the corner. What an excellent image. Alright. Ooh, I got Hellfire. Thankfully, Draconian Hellfire is not too strong. Alright, so all three staircases are near here, so I probably should clear around here. Probably because it's just safer. There's also two staircases that are pretty close to the upstairs, so I'll probably be going down both of them. How many magic mapping? We have 9. Okay, let's just use them all. Alright, so 2 staircases are over here, and one staircase is... Where's the third? Oh, it's there. Okay, so either way, this is gonna suck for me, so I might as well just get it over with and clear this floor. It is Zot 3 anyway. It's reasonable to clear. Like, I don't really lose too much from clearing, I believe. Let's enchant the Mortal Dragon Armor, as usual. We have 25 AC and 20 evade. That's reasonable. That's fairly good for an ogre, at least. I have seen images of ogres with 45 AC though, which is pretty insane. And you usually get that. You can get that with Quicksilver Dragon Armor. I'm not sure if I can. I haven't actually. Quicksilver Dragon Armor seems to be really rare because I haven't seen it at all, really. I've seen Quicksilver Dragons, but not many. I guess you have to go to vaults to get them. It's like a rare Pokemon. You'll never find it. Like, Quicksilver Dragons are like super rare. They're far rarer than Gold Dragons. And much rarer than the regular, like, red and fire and ice dragons. So yeah. I don't know, I'm on the lookout. I actually do want to try a Quicksilver Dragon run. Because it seems that I don't get many enchant armors anyway, so like, I should just make the most of that. Alright, so yeah, this is just a quick dismantling of the vault. This vault is full of like these draconians in these little gap things, and the issue with that is that they're all summoners or smite targeters, so they can hit you through the cages. So you know the best way to do it is just disintegrate the corners from out of line of sight, wait for them to come to you, and they'll all die. It's pretty straightforward strat. It's pretty good. Works out alright. Alright, so this might be a shorter video because finishing Zot shouldn't take too much longer. Maybe about 10 minutes. Maybe. Maybe not even that long. Depends on how easy Zot 5 is. Sometimes it's really tough, sometimes it's really easy. But yeah, that means that I will have enough time to do a backlog video today, so yay. Even though none of you guys will see that. For a couple of days at least. Oh, whew, I thought that was Tiamat. Yeah, ever since I died to Tiamat at one point in the tournament, I have just been absolutely terrified of Draconians. This is a Berserk guy, but it doesn't really matter, because I'm still higher damage than him. I don't want to Berserk that Gold Dragon, so I need to kill him quickly. Not that I could really do much about it, but still, it's a good thing to mention. Berserk Moths the Moths of Wrath are actually very scary enemies, because they turn enemies that are somewhat trivial into enemies that are pretty dangerous, because they move faster and hit harder, which is pretty tough for a character without Blink. Thankfully I do have Blink, but it's still a consideration you have to take. Alright, let's go ahead and free this guy from his prison, and then beat his head in when he tries to escape. We are the prison system. We work. Alright, let's dig this guy out and let the undead take over maybe. Yeah, that works. Let's just continue doing this. I might need to recharge one of these. Okay, I only have one recharge, so I'm not going to actually recharge the ones of digging. I usually do it, but if it's going to be like this, there's no point. Oh, I have a couple of bad mutes. I didn't realize that. Like, I would normally recharge either disintegration or digging, but if I only have one, I'd rather save for heal wounds, which is much better, honestly. Enchant weapon. There is no point in picking that up. Let's drop the poison javelins. The empty disintegration that we can't recharge. Spellcasting. Let's actually turn spellcasting off because we don't need it. And fighting's almost done, so we'll just train armor and dodging till the end of the game, pretty much. Unfortunately, cursing on Mortal Dragon armor doesn't actually give me armor training for whatever reason, so boo. This is a pretty tough spot. Let's actually go down the other stairs. This seems just as tough, to be honest. Let's Shroud and Spectral Weapon. Get some undead with us. Alright, the Gold Dragon got berserked, but it was alright, because I managed to kill it. Okay, that's fine. We managed to get out of this place pretty safe. We need to clear... I usually clear Zot 4. Actually, I always clear Zot 4. I never dive it, because Zot 5, you never know when you need to go back upstairs. And I'd rather have that extra layer of safety. And it doesn't really take too much to do it anyway, so, you know, it's kind of worth it. Alright, let's... Oh, a pain-branded weapon. Good. That Draconian knows what's up. Ring of Stealth, no. Don't need one right now. Oh, right, I don't have 25 actual evade, 26 actual evade, I only have like 21. Oh, not evade, sorry, protection. I forgot that I had the Ring of Protection, which is really good. Good. Oh, Conqueror, so I actually maxed out fighting. So I have 314 health with 27 fighting, so that's pretty good. Let's, I guess, train some Mason and Flails, why not? Get that to 27. It's not really a big deal, but, you know, might as well do it. I don't really need more EXP now. I'm just kind of training for the fun of it. Once you get to about Zot 3 or 4, you really don't need anything else. You should be able to win the game from there. Arguably, you should be able to win the game from, like, depths, but, you know, some people just miss out on some EXP, and then they're a bit underleveled for the first couple of floors of Zot, so you clear it, and you get a lot of EXP, and you're good to go most of the time. Alright, so that's 3 done. Sorry, that's Zot 4 done. And that means that we have all 3 upstairs or downstairs right now cleared, which is good. Let's preemptively make a bit of a passage here. Well, that's a nice way to start the fight. Let's might and haste. Oh no, let's not haste. Let's just might. Alright, so we can beat these orbs of fire in like 2 hits. Or 2 or 3 hits, which is pretty good. It means that it bodes well, very well for what's to come, because it means that I won't die horribly because of lack of damage. Then again, I guess it's stupid to say lack of damage on an ogre. Ogres will never lack damage. It's just that they lack health to survive the damage, to deal the damage. Not health, but survivability. Technically health. The health drops very quickly, despite having so much of it. Alright, cool. Ow. Ow. Please stop. How are you, Berserk? Ow. Come on, undead. Be useful once. No. Okay, whatever, I'll do it. Let's train more Dex, I guess. Seems that Dex is actually giving pretty good returns. I probably should have trained a little bit more. Int was not that important. But, meh. I got a couple of AC, couple of evade off it. Maybe 2 from training 2 Dex. That's okay returns, just not the best. I don't know. It's kind of up to you whether you want to pick int or dex when you or strength, I guess. Not really strength as much, but yeah, int and dex tend to be up to the player. Really, it doesn't really make a difference most of the time on hybrids. Int is just like arguably int is not as good because int doesn't really do much for a regular caster past a certain point, unless you're looking for spell power, of course. Then int is very important. All right, let's just draw these Orb Guardians towards us. I could be throwing large rocks, I probably should be. but I'm a bit lazy, so eh. Alright, let's grab this. I guess we can recharge. No, we'll keep the recharging for now. Gonna pull back. Make sure that nothing is like I have all the time in the world here because nothing's gonna respawn. So I might as well just, relax, I suppose. For some reason the Lich forgot I existed, which is hilarious. So now I can just walk around the corner and beat his ass. Let's go ahead and apport that. I should have thrown a rock at the death cult instead of apporting, but meh, small things. Let's see. There's a Lich, an electric golem, and an orb of fire. Either way, that sucks. But that actually seems okay for me, given like how cramped an actual like Zot 5 could be. Electric golem, you have spike damage, so do I. Let's summon butterflies. Oh, never mind. Let's might up and beat this guy to death, hopefully. Oh, I probably should be hot swapping. No, I see. One pip of RF is good enough. Oh man, it's not good enough. Okay, that was me being stupid. I should always hot swap my rings. I thought that one pip of RF was enough, but all the fire still managed to do like 200-ish health to me, 200 damage, so that's pretty tough. Let's back off a little bit, just get around the corner, I suppose. There's a scary enemy here. He summoned a bad guy. Okay, well I managed to kill him. But not before he tormented me, so I'm gonna back off and regen again. Technically, you could say that I'm wasting turns by being so careful, I suppose, but it's a good idea. No reason to rush Zot. Or at least Zot 5. Zot 1 through 4 is not... can be rushed, I suppose, to some degree of safety. So there's one more red guy around the corner. Our scouting with scrying only told us like a little bit. That's a Lich. That's not a good thing to have on the screen. Let's fog and might and shroud, and let's beat these guys up before they can summon something bad. And all these dragons can go while I have the might up. I'm gonna hit the Chaos Clown because even though it doesn't do the most damage per turn, it could spike damage randomly, and that would really suck for me. More Draconians, but I can handle Draconians. I feel like the chamber's been really deflated, so I'm not too stressed about staying around here. However, I will be keeping up my regen so that I don't waste as many turns, and hopefully... sorry, if I wait too long, I'm worried that the enemies will start dispersing more and, possibly going from the right side of the chamber through here into the left side, which is pretty unlikely, but still, it's a possibility, so I need to be aware of that. I guess I'm just rambling, I don't know. It's been a while since I've won a game. That's an Ancient Lich. I'm going to toss some large rocks at him. He's going to toss his own large rock at me in the shape of a spear, but, spheres beat spears, I guess. Let's drink might, because I can. I have plenty of consumables now, so I'm not too worried about it. Destroying the Lich takes not too much time because of my Giant Spike Club. And we're on the Orb Run now. So I don't have any hasting, so this is going to be a pretty tough fight. I will haste once now, and I will haste once later, is my plan, at least. The reason why I'm hasting now is because it's pretty... like, Zot 5 is one of the toughest places to escape from with the Orb. So I'm just, trying to run away as fast as possible without any distractions, I suppose, or any complications. Alright, let's go up here, I think it was. No, I think... wait, hang on, it was here? Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, so if you are doing a diving strategy in Zot, you need to remember which staircases are which. It's not really that. Because otherwise you'll just go up a random one and you'll have to go through all this stuff. Where's the upstairs? Nearest upstairs is over there. Okay, that's fine. I'm just ignoring these guys because even if they're the same speed as me, it doesn't really matter because I'm not fighting them anyway. I have plenty of health to just tank out whatever they want to dish to me. Alright, this was a very nice depth. All the stairs were pretty close together. Didn't have to deal with anything. Let's go ahead and dig this. Sick. Alright, running away. Blah 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 blah. Kill these things. Whoa, it's a panlord. Run away. Alright, this seems like a really easy... Oh goodness. Let's might and resistance. Ow. Holy crap. What? That was terrifying. Okay. You are less terrifying. Okay, yeah, so Ice Fiends are not fun enemies to fight at all in any situation. I hate Ice Fiends. They're really strong. They are almost unfair with the amount of damage they do, but you know, fair enough. They are late game or extended enemies. They do have that right to be way stronger than every other enemy. But still, Ice Fiends are terrifying. So we have actually won this game. That was surprising, and didn't take too long either. And I never actually did hot swap to the Ring of Fire. So, yay, let's win. All right, sick. So that wraps it up for this guy. I will be going on to talk about my character now. So, as usual, if you're not interested, just go ahead and skip this one, this part. But for those that are interested, feel free to stick around because I'm going to be talking a little bit about how to read this character and all that stuff and what we learned from the build. Not quite a build, but what we learned from what we're doing. So this is December 1st. What? No? Oh. It's December 18th actually. So this game took wow, this game took 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks to finish. Fair enough, I guess. Alright, anyway, let's just clean the slate, I guess, and talk about this character in general. Alright, so Mindwise, the Ogre Hunter of Ashen'Zari. First thing we note, 323 health. That is monstrous. That is a lot of health. You would say from this either 27 fighting or has robust. 323 is way more than most characters would have. Magic is fine. 43 is a lot actually. You would argue that there's a lot of spell casting going on. So you already know this guy's going to probably be casting spells. You can see it in the spells memorized, but you know, a couple of things. AC 28, evade 21. That's really good that's pretty good for an ogre. That's pretty good defense. You usually don't see that much. You usually see something like that on an ogre, so I did train quite a lot to get there. 9 Giant Spike Club of Freezing. That's a pretty sick weapon. Nothing much you can say about that. So Giant Spike Club is pretty good on ogres, as we saw. Mortal Dragon Armor, +5. Interesting that he picks Mortal Dragon, not Fire, but there's probably a reason for that. And in this case, it's because I just didn't have the R cold, the resist cold to handle the RC minus that comes with Fire Dragon Armor. Hat, Cloak, +5 protection, +5 slaying, and the Amulet of Faith RF in Slay. We don't know if the amulet was put on early or late, but it is a really good amulet, and the rings are really great. Interestingly, and we actually did keep protection uncursed for hot swapping. That's pretty interesting because it means that's damage better than protection. In this case, let's see, 81 large throwing rocks. Don't know if he actually threw stuff, but yeah, the fact that he has it means that he probably threw at some point. A lot of consumables left over. 11 potions of heal wounds with 4 heal wound ones, charges left, and 2 recharging in the inventory. We don't know how many he started off with in terms of recharging, but it seems like this was a fairly straightforward run. Fan of Gales, Vial of Floods, so we did use some Evo. Skills trained, we got some fighting, we got Maces and Flails at 27, so that's a lot of... that probably makes sense because of the +3/+3. Throwing to 11, so that means he did throw at some point. Armor and dodging up 20s, that's pretty good. Pretty difficult considering armor and dodging are negative aptitude, but also like pretty much everything else he trained is negative except for fighting and Mason Flails. Let's see. No stealth, that makes sense, I guess. Even though stealth is technically good on an ogre. Charms, necromancy, translocations, evo, so very straightforward, like hybrid-y kind of characters. 16 spellcasting, that's a lot higher than you would expect on a hybrid, but it makes sense because ogres have a +1 to it, which makes it actually really usable to train compared to the other spell schools at -3. spells that you want to pick up. This is a really good example of like a clean spell list that realistically, I guess technically you could argue that I would remove Summon Butterflies and Anime Skeleton, but still, that's a very clean spell list. There's a lot of spells that are really good, and they're all at low spell fail. So Blink, Spectral Weapon, Regeneration, Apportation, Animate Dead, Repel Missiles. Shroud of Glibria less so, but the other ones that I mentioned are really good spells for your hybrids. They're pretty much like you're gonna get most of those spells. Maybe not Spectral Weapon, but everything else you'll see on like 5 out of 6 hybrids because they're just really good. Unfortunately, didn't get haste this game, but you know, can't get everything right. Uh, Mutations, meh. Didn't have R-mute, so I did get malmutated a couple of times. This stuff is fine, and so let's go to the action table. Whip started off with a short sword. That's because of the hunter start. Then transitioned to a whip. Probably found a good whip like electrocution or poison or something, or freezing, I guess. Even then, and then switched to Giant Spike Club and never looked back. So that really tells the tale of Giant Spike Club. It does damage competitively up until you finish the game. It's actually even good in through the 15-run game. It's stronger than Executioner's Axe in terms of raw damage. Threw some stones, large rocks got thrown quite a couple of times, mostly in the mid to late game. It was thrown. Less so in Zot, but mostly around the 2-3 run game. It's pretty good. It makes sense. Ogres are fairly weak at range, so large rocks are the kind of counter. They make you a lot better at ranged. Regeneration was cast a lot of times, 532, makes sense. Spectral Weapon cast 55 times, not bad. Repel Missiles cast quite a lot, despite it being a permanent buff, 47 times, that's a lot. Probably because of the low spell power. Animate Dead was cast a lot, so, you know, Necromancy is pretty important. And a couple of other spells, auxiliary spells, blah blah blah. We know about these spells. We saw me cast it. So yeah, not really necessary to explain those. They're all good. Apportation was used 27 times, which is reasonable. I actually have seen a player who in the extended game used apportation like something like 3 or 4 thousand times. It's a very good spell. It lets you grab items before you see enemies, which is really important. Chunks eaten 246 compared to very low amount of rations. I guess after I talked about me eating too much permafood, I stopped eating permafood. So pretty good, pretty good. Apart from that, yeah, that's pretty much it. So this character has finally won, which is the second win of this version. I will probably be moving up to the next version after I finish the. Actually, yeah, after I finish my backlog series, I probably will be moving up to the next version, or at least a trunk, to kind of see how things have changed, I suppose. I'll probably do a Minotaur or something and just like go through the game and see what's changed, what's happened, because I haven't really like I've read some of the some of the stuff about the trunk changes, but I haven't actually seen it for myself. And so many people are complaining right now, especially on like Reddit and stuff. I can tell they're complaining for the wrong reasons, but fair enough, right? Like they're still complaining. I'll probably address some of that later in the video, but I will have to like kind of order my thoughts a little bit because if you look here, this Demon Spawn Gladiator of Kiku that I was doing was actually a character that I wanted to run and talk about the complaining, but because I was just so completely confused by what I was saying, I spent about 40 minutes saying the exact same thing over and over, and that was very disappointing. So yeah, I decided to quit that guy just straight up. Um, and I just stopped like recording and I deleted the video because I was just pissed off at myself for making it. So yeah, I will have to order my thoughts a lot better before I make that kind of video. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time, or technically later today, depending on how you whose view you have, mine or yours. I don't know. Look, all right, see you later.